Excuse me, I have a very long beard. Yes, it's been kind of busy and rough. Let me just check on something. It's been kind of busy and rough over the last few weeks because we've been working flat out, and people have this belief that they have to be in the property business to buy houses. Now, it's great because you get to know about properties that are available at a good price, things come up but you can't always buy because you're basically selling housing. That's what you do. There's other ways to make money without having to be in houses, in the sales of properties, right? There's other things that you can do, things that generate large amounts of income, which enables you to have both income and deposits set aside. So you really want to be in a place where you have got primarily a Muse. I don't know if you've heard of Muse. Muse is it's a kind of a business idea. I never came up with this. This is something that I saw on the internet, which kind of made sense. It's a side business that you have, which kind of works online. People can order products or ship directly from a fulfillment house, and what that does is it gives you that little bit of cash on the side that enables you to do something else. And you need to have your little Muse, but at the same time you also need to have your standard and ongoing business, right? Now, the standard and ongoing business might be something that actually occupies a lot of your time, effort, and energy, and it doesn't allow you to travel, whereas the Muse does. The Muse is a little side orientation business that does extremely well, or it just does okay, but it's generating that side income that enables you to go off and travel. And you can operate that from anywhere in the world because in essence it's an internet business. The $1 Shave Club is probably a very good example of that type of business. It's a Muse. Factory, blades, mailing list coming in through a website, and they ship directly to the buyer. Simple, a Muse. And you know, you're not paying $1, you're paying $10, right? Because and some of that money will go towards overhead, some of it will go into your back pocket as additional profit money, and suddenly you're doing quite well. Okay, so that's one aspect. But there are others. There are many other aspects that relate to generating funds. And as funds are obtained, you can start to accumulate to create not only a stream of income, but also deposits. Set aside deposits. Save, deposit, save, deposit. Once you got a little deposit, you deposit that into your property and purchase a new property. And keep doing that, and do that very regularly. And what it does is it allows you to do what you love doing. The issue with selling properties, selling housing, is that it's a very onerous thing to do. Selling houses, you're on 24/7 standby. You always have people. When you're resting, people are out looking at houses, so they're calling you. So your phone is always going off. It's a little bit like being a doctor with a pager. Paging service. Not the best way to live. Obviously, holding your wealth in property is an extremely good idea, very good idea, because, because for various reasons, but the primary reason, of course, is that you are able to, year by year, accumulate wealth, hold your wealth, because as you've got income and as you've got deposit, you can hold that money. You can hold it. You can hold it. Year in, year out. In other words, accumulate money, build deposit, purchase house. Accumulate money, create a deposit, purchase property. Obviously, never purchase anything in your name. I don't need to tell you that. That's something you need to get advice about. But don't, as far as you are, you do not own anything. You can find a number of ways to have those properties but you do not own. It's very, very important. So, in addition to that, as I said, you do not have to be in property to be purchasing property. Property is great to get to know property, to get to know pretty much what's going on, what's selling, which areas to buy into, etc. But property does, it makes you, it holds you down, and that's the problem. You get tied down to weekends, weeks. It's a big thing. You know, you have very little free time on your hands. Genuinely, very little free time. And so, what happens is that there is none of this. You know, none of these demarcated boundaries for leisure and life and work and hard work. Those demarcations don't exist. So you have a situation where, you know, you're pretty much stuck. Property is amazing. As much as possible, be in property. Don't sell it. Don't have to sell it. In fact, buy and hold. But be in property. I have that happening in the background. Okay, we will talk later. But for now, know that do everything you can to study about property. Know everything you can about property. Very, very important.